I used to sit at the back of the class, silently hoping the teacher wouldn't call on me. I was the kind of student who constantly failed tests, forgot homework, and avoided eye contact. At one point, I even believed I just wasn't smart enough. But something happened that completely turned my life around, and it's not what you think. One day, after failing yet another math test, my teacher handed me the paper without a word. I remember staring at the red ink and feeling this heavy mix of shame and anger. That night, I looked in the mirror and said to myself, "This isn't who you are, and it's definitely not who you're going to be." That moment sparked a journey, a painful, honest, but beautiful journey that eventually took me from the bottom of the class to the top. I didn't suddenly become a genius overnight. What I did instead was change the way I approached learning. First, I stopped memorizing. I started understanding. I treated every subject like a puzzle, not a chore. If I couldn't explain it in simple terms, I didn't know it well enough. So I taught myself to teach. Yes, to teach what I was learning to others, even if it was just to a wall in my room. That one shift made a huge difference. Then I stopped comparing myself to others. Sounds cliche, right? But it's true. Comparison was killing my confidence. Instead, I started tracking my own progress. I made a habit of celebrating even the smallest wins. Understanding a concept I couldn't grasp the week before, finishing a study session I was dreading, or even just asking a question in class. These small wins built momentum, and momentum built motivation. Another big secret? I learned how to ask for help. I used to think asking questions made me look weak or stupid, but the truth is, nobody gets to the top alone. I began forming study groups, emailing teachers when I didn't understand something, and watching online lessons after class. Slowly but surely, I turned my weaknesses into strengths. And no, I wasn't studying 12 hours a day. In fact, I became more productive by doing less, but with intention. I created a simple study routine. Short, focused sessions with no distractions, followed by real breaks. No guilt attached. Quality over quantity. That was the key. The craziest part? Once my grades started improving, something else happened. My confidence grew. I stopped hiding. I started participating. I even helped others who were struggling just like I used to. That feeling, helping someone else rise, is more satisfying than any grade I've ever received. So here's my message to you. Failing doesn't mean you're a failure. It means you're learning. And learning how to learn is the real superpower. If I could do it, starting from rock bottom, so can you. If you found this helpful or inspiring, don't just scroll away. Hit that subscribe button, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and drop a comment about your own journey. Remember, you're not alone, and your comeback story might just be starting today.